as a follow-up, I'm looking at the purpose of the grant. I have the grant in front of me. And it's on page 3, Roman numeral 3. It says the purpose of the grant. And it says the purpose of the grant under the program was to enable the state education agency to design, develop, implement statewide longitudinal data system to efficiently and accurately manage, analyze, disaggregate, and to use individual student data. So that it says that the individual student data will be used.
Respond?
Thank you, Representative Reinbold, through the chair. Yes, individual student data is in the database, and it is aggregated when it is reported. But to be very clear, individual student data is stored in the database. It is de-identified, but it is at the unit level.
And I also want to talk about any interaction you have with the Institute for Education Sciences at the U.S. Department of Education. Do you have any interactions with the Institute for Education Sciences at the U.S. Department of Education?
And through the chair, Representative Reinbold, to your question on IES, the Institute for Educational Statistics is the body of the United States Department of Education that is managing the grant program.
So can you speak today in regards to your interaction that you have with them, and also talk about the governance team?
Through the chair, Representative Reinbold, relative to Department of Education and IES specifically, we do meet with them monthly to report progress on the grant project. And as you noted, we are required to travel to Washington, D.C. to attend their best practices conference annually.
Okay. So back in 2011, the Alaska Commission of Post-Secondary Education applied for a grant to create the P20W. The grant number, again, is 84.372. It has 3 priorities. And the Alaska applied for the 3rd priority to link the workforce and higher education to K-12 data. One technical requirement of this grant is on page 2. The RFP states that the data will include yearly test records of individual students with respect to assessments under Section 111B of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act of 1965. Is this the standard-based test, which we're now calling the MAP tests the Alaska students will be taking in March, or is this a different test?
Through the chair, Representative Reinbold, that is correct. It is the AMP test, Alaska Measures Progress, or the historical state assessment.
Move on to another test mentioned in the technical specifications is the College and Career Readiness, Student Level College Readiness Test Scores. Is this the College and Career Readiness Test, the ACT, SAT, and Work Keys from ASPE?
Through the chair, Representative Reinbold, this is Carrie Thomas again. It is the ACT, SAT, and Work Keys tests that are through the national providers that will be included.
Okay. Okay, another aspect of the grant is the information on students that are not being tested. Can you tell me what kind of information you're looking for in regards to that, and where you're going to get this information so you know what to report on them?
To the chair, Representative Reinbold, and for the record, this is Stephanie Butler speaking. Examples of data that would be included on students who are not tested would be students who dropped out of the education pipeline prior to being administered the test.